What up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today on Fitness Tech Reviews, we have the Garmin Forerunner 235 versus the Garmin Venu SQ. Both these guys come at around $150. You can find them both on sale for about $100. Both of them have GPS built in, but which one is going to be better for you? Let's go ahead and get right into it. We got to check out the similarities before we get into the differences. So they both pretty much have the same sensors. They have a heart rate monitor, they have an accelerometer, they have a gyroscope all built in. And with their GPS built in as well, they both have GLONASS, so they're really accurate as far as their price point is involved. They're both connected to the same exact app, the Garmin Connect app and the Garmin IQ app. The Garmin Connect app has all your health features right over here, and the Garmin Connect app over here is more along the lines of the customizability of your watch faces, and both of these bands use that app as well. So as far as the apps are concerned, they're pretty much the same. The Garmin app is great for a lot of community and a lot of runs, so pretty much the same thing. They both connect via Bluetooth, and they both can find your phone, find your watch type features. They both have good fitness tracking, and they both have good sleep tracking as well, with the Venu being a little bit different. We'll get into that in a second. They both have pretty much the same calorie burning and step tracking involved, and you can also connect other devices like heart rate monitors and other stuff for your bicycling with both of these through the Garmin app as well. You could use the Garmin app for a lot of run training with both of these guys and a lot of different trainings in general. So again, the similarities are vast. They both have smartwatch notifications, so if you get a text message, if you get an email, even if you get Facebook notifications, if you would like, you can get notified on either one of these, with the Garmin being, you know, a little bit brighter and a little bit more vibrant, but you know, they're pretty much the same with that. Another one of the similarities is the running. So the run tracking on both is awesome. They can go through heart rate zones, they can go through heart rate maxes, they can go to auto paces and stuff like that, auto laps built into both of these guys. The Garmin does have a couple of things that will actually calculate what you would get on marathon runs and stuff like that. But as far as running is concerned, they both have a lot of the same things. While it is a little bit easier to check out the Forerunner in bright sunlight, where the Venu is a little bit more difficult to see, but if you have the always on display, it's a little bit better. Let's check out the user interfaces of the two. First, we're going to check out the Garmin. It is not a touch screen, but if you want to go work out, you're going to hit that top button, and using these buttons, you're going to go up and down, and your back button is built into the bottom right, and hitting the back button to go home. When you hit the up button, it's going to go through like your notifications and everything like that, and you have your brighter screen button at the top. It's really not coming out that well on camera, but believe me, it's pretty darn bright in general. You'll be able to see it anytime you like. The different activities, you can hit the top button. Your activities are all there: indoor runs, bikes, outdoor runs, and all of that built right into the watch. And of course, going home will bring you home as always. Talking about the Venu SQ, so it is a touch screen. If you want to swipe down, you can actually go through your widgets. Those widgets are customizable, but the touch face in general isn't that great. As you can tell, I'm actually having a little bit of trouble getting off of menstrual tracking, but swiping up, you're also able to go through your widgets as well. When you're going home, you're swiping from your left to your right, and if you hold that top right button, you have a lot of customizable settings, again, going home. And if you hold on to the top bottom one, this is going to go through all your settings, and if you just tap the top one, that's going to go right into all your running and your workouts and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and get into the differences of the two. As I already said, the Garmin does not have a touch screen, but it is a little bit smaller than the Venu is, but it's a little bit easier to read in bright sunlight. With the straps themselves, the 20mm band on the Garmin SQ, it's easy to take off and put any other 20mm band on, where the Garmin Forerunner 235 is a little bit more different. You actually need a little bit of a device to take it off, so a little bit more difficult. The Venu does have Gorilla Glass 3 involved, where the Garmin doesn't have Gorilla Glass, but it does have a polymer that does have a little bit of scratch resistance, but not as much as the Venu. They both have pretty much a plastic build with an aluminum casing around the Venu to make it a little bit more sturdy. With this health tracking, the Venu actually does have an SpO2 sensor, so it can check blood oxygen levels, pulse ox, and be able to track that throughout your sleeping, where Garmin does not. That's why Venu is going to be a little bit better when we're talking about sleep tracking. with its battery life. The Garmin says it can get up to 9 days in the smartwatch mode, where the Venu can get up to 6, but if you're turning up on all the pulse ox and stuff like that, you're probably closer to about 7 days on the Forerunner, where you're closer to about 5 days on the Venu. That being said, if you want to have your GPS turned on, so for longer runs and longer swims and stuff like that, talking about battery life, the USB chargers on both of them, it's a clip on the Garmin Forerunner, which clips in pretty easily, where on the SQ, kind of this little oval shaped thing, not really oval, but you know what I mean, you place it right in there, so it can actually go in both ways to charge it. And yeah, they both pretty much charge the same way, with the Venu charging a little bit faster. The Forerunner can only get 11 hours with your GPS on, where the Venu can get up to 14 hours. So that means you can go on 14-hour runs with your Venu, and it also has Move ID. So if you're switching in between like cycling and running, the Venu can actually use it through Garmin's Move ID technology, where the Garmin Forerunner 235 does not have that. So if you are looking for your longer runs, the Venu is going to be a little bit better, but that doesn't take into account it's always on display, because I am always looking at my pace when I turn down, and if you do want to turn on that always on display, it is going to kill a little bit of that battery life, so do take into that account as well. Overall stress, we all been a lot more stressed these days. The Venu has a lot of different breathing exercises, stress levels, and also even has a body battery built in, so it can kind of give you how much energy you have in your body, of course due to their algorithms and stuff like that, where the Garmin Forerunner 235 does not have these things. The Venu is a little bit better for other gym activities rather than just running, so if you do want to go on yoga workouts, strength workouts, it is built into Venu, and it even has automatic rep counting as well. So if you want to get that involved with the Venu, you can do that, but you can't do that with the Forerunner. Also, the Venu has a lot of golfing metrics, so if you are an avid golfer, so to have a lot of yardage / dog legs, I'm not really exactly sure what it's all about, but the Venu does have a lot of golf stuff built in. And the Venu, since it is a little bit newer, 2019 due to 2015 with the Forerunner, it has a little bit advanced as far as cycling and as far as swim tracking is as well, so it is a little bit more advanced. So what are my overall recommendations between the two? With the Forerunner 235, if you are a runner, and just specifically a runner, I'd probably pick the Forerunner 235 just due to everything involved. I believe its GPS is just a little bit more accurate than the Venu, just due to my testing. And not only that, it's a little bit easier to check down at your pace and build in your runs a little bit easier. And going through the actual UI itself, I feel like is a little bit more intuitive, even though it doesn't have a touchscreen. That being said, if you're pretty much anybody else, not just running specific, I would choose the Venu SQ, as it does have a lot more strength-based, yoga-based exercises built in. Not only that, it has the Move IQ built in, so if you are a triathlete and you're going in between running and cycling and swimming, it'll be able to check that out. As long as you're doing 10 minutes of that exercise, it'll move your exercise built into the app. And the SQ is a little bit, I believe, easier to look at, even though it's not the best as far as the UI, but with its color display, it's a little bit easier to read text messages and a little bit more smartwatchy, if that's a verb. It makes you think like you got a smartwatch built in, and you're able to switch out the bands a little bit easier. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please smash that like button if you did. And if you really enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell so you can be notified every time I come out with a new tech review each and every week. And if you use my links down below, it'll shoot you over to Amazon. And if you purchase, a little bit of that purchase will help go to me, build my channel. But as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, stay positive. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.